Hi, I'm Father Mike Duckworth, the director of the Addiction Recovery Ministry Program. And every Monday at 1 o'clock, we take a few moments to look at issues surrounding addiction and recovery. We have looked at the 12 steps, the 12 traditions, the 12 promises. And these next few weeks, we're looking at the different sayings we come across when we go to AA or NA meetings. One of the sayings that we all hear so often is the simple saying, do the next right thing. I remember when I first heard that saying, well, that's just obvious. We're supposed to do the next right thing in our life. But for someone who is suffering with a substance use disorder, it can be really difficult to understand what that means. It may seem so obvious, but why is it even here? Who doesn't know how to do the next right thing? Well, the one suffering from a substance abuse disorder has lost the ability to comprehend and to put into practice the very notion of doing the next right thing. That phrase doesn't make any sense to them. For example, if you do something wrong, you admit you did something wrong. And then you go back and you correct the problem. Now, if you're someone who is suffering with some form of substance abuse addiction, you may have absolutely no recollection of what you may have done. You may have been in a blackout of some kind. You don't even remember. Someone says you did something, you have no comprehension, no memory of it. Therefore, the person who suffers from an addiction of some kind, they have to put together the pieces. They may have, fleeting memories of some things. They may see and begin to put together the pieces. And so they don't really know the truth. They're trying to reconstruct the truth. So in reconstructing the truth, the one who suffers has to begin to create a story. A story in order to explain how the event happened. Okay, let's say you wake up one morning and you go out and you're kind of hungover, cloudy from the day before. You have a vague memory of going out and having a good time, but then things get a little bit confused and you go outside and there's a great big dent in the side of your car. Now, you don't remember having an accident. So you have that moment of panic. How did that dent get there? You get the panic. Did you hurt somebody? Did you hit somebody? What happened? Your wife, your husband, your child comes out and says, what happened to the car? You don't know what happened to the car. You went out last night, it was fine. You remember being out, having a party, having a good time. You don't remember an accident. You see the dent in the car. So now you have to begin to create a story. You have to begin to see how you can piece together what happened. And you tell the person who's asking you the story that you have kind of created. In the meantime, you're panic stricken. Did I hurt somebody? Did I hit anybody? Did I do anything? So you refuse to take responsibility because you don't know what you've done. You're not sure the action you've done. All you know is there's a dent in your car. So taking responsibility, accepting accountability, is just as impossible because you really don't know what you did. So to survive, the addict alcoholic learns to lie, learns to piece together pieces to create a story. The addict alcoholic becomes a master of manipulation, kind of bringing the people around them to the story they want them to believe. They learn how to obscure the truth. The truth begins to lose really its meaning. Because to know and to tell the truth is simply impossible. Because the addict alcoholic doesn't even know the truth. And for the one who is suffering, there's one goal in their life at that point, and that's immediate gratification. What's going on in the addict alcoholic's head is, I want what I want when I want it. Nothing will get in the way. Not my family, not my friends, not my job, not my health, not even my personal hygiene. I want to have that drink. I want to have that pill, that shot. That's what I want. That's what will take away the pain. I want that. I want it now, and I want it whenever I want it. That's what's going on in the mind of the person who is suffering. Addiction is a disease, and one of its symptoms is self-centeredness. The person who is struggling with the addiction is totally self-absorbed, is totally self-centered. Nothing outside themselves has any meaning to them. The only thing that matters is self-gratification. Therefore, the very idea of going to work, paying bills, taking care of others, sometimes their children, sometimes maybe their elderly parents, even their own personal hygiene, all of this is nowhere near as important to them as their drug of choice. It's been said that for the addict alcoholic, they have one love, and the love is the drug or the drink, not the wife, not the child, not the parent, the drug or the drink that will provide immediate gratification. My only love is my drug of choice. So it's in that reality we're saying doing the next right thing means nothing. It makes no sense. But when that addict alcoholic begins to enter into recovery and the cloud, the fog starts to lift, now the sufferer can begin to see a world beyond themselves. They begin to realize they've been living in the incredible pain of isolation. And as the cloud begins to lift, as they journey into recovery, they actually begin to seek community, to seek to be with others, and then accepting community and reaching out to others. They begin to realize they have obligations. They have responsibilities. In other words, they have to grow up. And then in this new road of recovery, they begin to see their obligations. Now, to do the next right thing, like to tell the truth, or to take responsibility, these begin to make sense. They begin to become important. They're one of the steps on the road to recovery. So to do the next right thing means first the person has to know what the next right thing is. That's why this phrase, though simple, is also profound. So thank you. We'll see you again next Monday at this time. Now let's give a pray by praying the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen. Oh, look at that.